Bonjour, I'm Pierre from French Moments, and in this video I'll take you for a walk in the village of Simiane-la-Rotonde in Provence. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. It really supports the channel and helps us bring more unique content to you. Also, if you haven't already, click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest videos. Let's begin our exploration of Simiane-la-Rotonde from the Place de la Combe. This is where I parked my car. Here's a magnificent view of the surroundings. We'll follow the path of the ramparts by walking along the Rue du Rempart. Throughout our visit, we will encounter grand townhouses that once belonged to the notable families of Simiane. Here they are called hosteaux, the Provençal word for a townhouse. We are situated at over 600 meters altitude in the Mont de Vaucluse in the Alpes de Haute-Provence département, on the border with the Vaucluse département. Here's the Portail Neuf, one of the medieval entrances to the village. The village is only accessible on foot, and since the cobbled streets are steep, it's best to wear sturdy shoes. Here's Le Grand Hosteau, Simiane skyscraper with its 6 floors that belonged to the Héroux de Ponteves family. Some houses have plaques providing information about their history. Here's the family house of notaries from the 16th and 17th centuries. This is the Place Couverte, one of the emblematic places of Simiane-la-Rotonde. It is also called Place des Vieilles Halles because this is where the village market was held from the late 16th century. Here, exchanges were made under the watchful eye of the pesadou, responsible for checking weights and measures. The view here is breathtaking. Let's now climb up the Rue du Château, then the Rue du Clocher Saint-Jean. Here's the Clocher Saint-Jean. This bell tower is the only remaining vestige of the old Saint-Jean chapel, which was destroyed in the 19th century. It serves as the village belfry, and its bell has been marking the hours for the villagers for 4 centuries. The Catholic parish church Sainte-Victoire is a bit further down and was built between 1520 and 1623. Let's take the cobbled path to the left. You can see on the left that a gutter has been built to channel rainwater. Simiane-la-Rotonde is sometimes confused with Gordes because of its Acropolis-like appearance. Indeed, there is a certain resemblance with Simiane's conical silhouette with its stone houses clinging to the rock. However, Simiane is much less frequented as it is off the main roads. Simiane-la-Rotonde is 80 km from Avignon and Aix-en-Provence and 100 km from Marseille. You get the impression of being at the end of the world, but everything is relative as Apt and its shops are only 23 km away. Here's the superb ornate door of the Maison Pélissier des Granges, a grand townhouse from the 16th and 17th centuries. Let's continue along the Rue du Barry, which runs alongside ruined houses. We now join the Rue du Château, which, as its name suggests, leads to the castle. Let's pass under the Porte des Moulins, the Mills Gate. Here's the exterior of the castle. Let's go a bit further to get a better view. We can admire the Rotonde. This structure is unique as it is the oldest circular keep in Provence. It contains a magnificent room that we will see later. The castle belonged to the Agoult-Simiane family. This influential family was among the most powerful vassals of the Counts of Forcalquier and the Counts of Provence in the Middle Ages. The castle dates back to the 11th century and was permanently inhabited by the Agoult-Simiane dynasty until 1567. Here's the entrance to the castle. From the terrace of the castle, there is a breathtaking view over the village rooftops and the surrounding countryside. Beyond the plain of Simiane, you can see the Montagne de Lure, which marks the horizon. On the other side of the castle's inner courtyard stands the famous circular keep of the Rotonde. Let's go inside. This low, sober and dark room must have served as a warehouse, cellar or armory. We will take the stairs to access the rotunda room. And there it is a marvel. Admire this superb Romanesque room with its ribbed dome nearly 10 meters high. This surprisingly beautiful dome is enigmatic. Indeed, the original purpose for which this room was built remains unknown as there are no existing archives on the castle. This has long been controversial and one can only speculate. 12 arcatures form niches and the capitals of small columns are adorned with masks. They are strange characters, Men, animals, and monsters. You can recognize a monk's head, a bearded devil, and even a gagged man. During the castle tour, you will discover other rooms, including a 14th century Romanesque hall and a Renaissance apartment. It is in this part of the castle that aromatherapy professionals introduce visitors to the virtues of essential oils. We will now continue our visit to Simiane-la-Rotombe by descending the village's cobbled streets back to our starting point. We'll still have a few lovely spots to visit. Under the protection of the Simiane-Agoult family, the village thrived. Agriculture, trade, and glassmaking were its driving forces. In the 13th century, glassmaking became a key industry in Provence. Wealthy families transformed the village into a refined borough. The cobbled and flower-lined streets are bordered by mullioned windows and elegant doorways. Stone-carved lintels and diamond-paneled wooden doors adorn these homes. They reflect the nobility and affluent bourgeoisie of glassmakers, notaries, lawyers, and doctors. These professionals flourished from the 16th to the 18th century. Let's walk down this shaded cobbled path to another grand townhouse of Simiane, the Maison du Mestre. Dating from the 16th and 17th century, it is now a guest house. If you're watching this on YouTube and you've been to Simiane and this part of Provence, I'd love to hear about your visit. Drop a comment below and tell us what you loved about it. And here we are again at Simiane's famous skyscraper. We are now back at the Portail Neuf. All we need to do is follow the Rue du Rempart to return to our starting point. Thank you for taking part in this discovery walk with me. It was a real pleasure to help you discover the village of Simiane-la-Rotonde in Provence. I'll see you soon for other adventures. À bientôt!